what came in. I'm so excited. It's Jazza's Pro Artist series. My boyfriend got it for me. It almost got lost in the mail. I'm glad it didn't. Let me zoom out a little bit. But yeah, it almost got lost in the mail. It didn't. It's here now, and I'm so excited. I've never been able to get one before because usually I'm broke, but this time I managed to get one. So let's open it up and see what's inside. I say that like I haven't already watched videos about this. I do know what's inside this box, but it should still be fun to open. Look it's Jazza's face. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, there's the coloring sheets. I'm tempted to do one, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea of maybe doing my own thing. I am terrified of using this stuff because, like, what if I don't do good? I'm gonna mess something up. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, are these? Oh, this is a brush and a fine tip. I didn't know that. That's really cool. I like the idea of like the brush and like bullet nib rather than chisel. I mean, chisel's not bad. I don't really use it as often as I think a bullet nib would, you know, come in handy. So that should be fun. I'm just so excited to play with this stuff. And it's 26 colors. Maybe? Please? There we go. Oh, yes. Look at how pretty. And they come in the little trays. I'm so excited. I'm gonna have to find some place to actually put these. But that's really nice. Okay, what else do we have? I feel like this is a pretty decent selection of colors. We got a few different grays, which gray is always nice to have. These would probably be good skin tones. And then, of course, our primaries and stuff. And it looks like, you know, we have a few for blending, make blending a tad bit easier. I act like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. But we can pretend. I will figure out how to get these together at some later date. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so those are the markers. I've never actually used Spectrum Noir anything before, but I've heard that they're good. Jazza's told me that they're good, so I watched the video. This one's Sweet Eraser. It feels gritty. Interesting. So there's the two pencils. A 2B and an HB. Okay. They're pretty. And then in here I believe is the fine liners. So it looks like we go from 0.05 to 0.8 and then of course a brush tip. I don't usually use brush tips, but I want to try them, like give them a shot, try to get better at them. I'm just like so unsteady that I cannot figure out how people use brush tips and make it look good. But I am super excited about the rest of the fine liners. Especially I really adore like the really tiny ones, like the 0.05 that's in here. I don't know why, but like really thin lines are kind of my jam. And not to mention that, like, you can always thicken lines up. Thinning them out's not particularly possible. But those should be fun to play with. And then if I could get the rest of this out of here. There we go. And then the colored pencils to go with it. Which these should be... I've never, like I said, never used Spectrum Noir stuff, so... If I could open this, this would be fantastic. Let me just move this. Oh, I think I'm an idiot. It's taped shut. Where's scissors? Oh geez, there we go. Oh, it has a hinge. I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. Let's get the plastic off. They look nice. It's, again, another, like, I mean, excellent range of colors. We should be able to do something with them. This is probably not the easiest way to get this off, but it's fine. Okay. I'm super excited. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't have much to say other than, like, it looks nice, and the color selection seems pretty cool, pretty good. Of course, we'll see how everything performs with my lackluster art skills. I'm kidding. Kind of. It's a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. I kind of, like I said, I'm really tempted to color in one of these sheets, but, like, my biggest fear is that, like, I'm gonna color it in and I'm just gonna ruin it. This dog is really cute, though. This dog. It's the first one in there, and I'm like, that dog is adorable. Let's see. I think, if I recall correctly, some of these are just blank sheets of marker paper, which I don't think I've ever really used, like, actual marker paper. I've used Bristol, which I guess is fairly decent. Let's see. Are there any blank sheets, or is it all just coloring? Or am I an idiot? I am really excited about some of these coloring pages. Like, look at that. That's just so cool. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. It's right there. I opened the wrong thing. I'm just got distracted by the pretty drawings. Oh, some of these are going to be really fun. I say some. All of these are going to be really fun. Is that supposed to be smoke? And then his background. I've seen this one before. I knew that this was in here. It's a bit trippy without the colors. I mean, it's trippy with the colors, but it's very hard to look at. Oh, this is really neat. I'm tempted to, like I said, to color one of these in, but also I'm terrified of coloring one of these in, because what if I mess it up? Maybe I should, like, scan it, and then if I do mess it up, I can just print it back out on some other paper. Which would be unfortunate, but wouldn't be a total loss. We'll save that for later. At least, you know, the first time I use all of this stuff, let's do it on one of my own things, and then if I mess it up, it's only my own stuff I'm messing up. Okay, so this is the actual marker paper, which I don't remember how many sheets of this there are. 20 sheets of marker paper. That's not that bad. Like, that's, I mean, I say that like I was expecting it to be terrible, but, like, 20 sheets in this, that's a pretty decent amount of paper. Should I do what, like, all other art YouTubers do and swatch all of my materials on one of the pieces of paper that it comes with? See, I understand the point of swatching on the material that you'll be using, but, like, I don't want to waste one of these sheets. I guess I will. I'll just do it. We'll see what happens. I can play around a little bit with the stuff on this paper to see how it works, and then I will move on to the thing that I was going to do, and my nail is stuck. My nail is stuck. Yeah, so we can swatch on this and see how it works, and I don't know if there's, like, one side of this I'm supposed to use rather than the other. I don't know, it kind of both looks the same. We'll just see how this goes. Let's get swatching. know how anybody does swatches and makes them look nice. Whenever I try to do swatches, they just look like scribbles. Just not good. I feel like I have to go really slow with brush nibs, but I'm sure if I actually used them more frequently and didn't throw them all over the place, I'd get better. I really love, like, oh, who is it that does, I think it's Gret Lutzky, is that her name? I don't remember. She just does some really phenomenal illustrations, and the way she uses brush nibs makes me jealous. But one of these days I will be good, maybe. I just need to keep practicing. Alright, let's start swatching the colors. So this side is the bullet nib. It's really little. I was not expecting that. I honestly just thought that they would be like typical brush nib and chisel nib, but this is really cool. I love the idea, like I said, of a bullet nib and a brush rather than the brush and a chisel, just because I feel like the bullet nib is more useful. Like I mean, I guess you can kind of get like really small sort of strokes with this, but it's so much harder like to control sometimes. With the bullet nib, you can just sort of use it to get those really small strokes for you. Which one is this? This is the ice gray. I just straight up skipped the black one. But like, yeah, that's incredible. That's really cool. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to make you watch me just like sit here and swatch all of these, but I'll be right back, I guess. Okay, that's all the swatches. And I kind of understand why people swatch things now, because seeing all of the colors on the paper is quite nice. It's very pretty. Makes me want to use them. It's just so pretty seeing all these colors swatched on a nice white sheet of paper. I do want to use them, so maybe we shall get to that. I do have an idea of kind of what I want to do. I don't know if it's going to come out very well, but I think I'm super excited about like the bullet nibs in particular. Because like what I want to do is rather small. I kind of sketched it out. So I have this sketch. I'm going to transfer it to one of the marker papers, which might be a little small, so that'll probably look fine. I'm going to transfer it to one of the marker papers, and I'm going to try to color it in. I don't know if I'm going to do line work. I do kind of want to use these, so I might. But I'm thinking I might start with the markers first and then decide later if I want to add the line work. I don't know if I'm going to do anything for the background either. But yeah, first I'm going to take my dog for a walk. And then I'll come back and we'll get to this. And we'll just have, it should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. But like I said, I wasn't actually sure if I was going to do this or not. Like, I sketched this out and then I remembered, I was like, oh, I'm using markers. But the bullet nibs might actually come in handy with this rose because, like, you can see there's like a lot of really little details where the brush nib would be a little bit hard to control. The bullet nib, on the other hand, might be able to work. And then with the colored pencils, I should be able to get something kind of neat. I'm thinking I'm going to do like a rainbow rose so we can really capitalize on all of the colors we have here. And because I really love rainbows and roses. I want to put a bunch of colors on the paper, and it might not be compositionally the best, but I don't care. Anyway, let me transfer this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have transferred this picture onto this sheet of paper. I did make the rose. I made the rose a little bit bigger because this paper is like considerably larger than this one. So just to take up a little bit more space up here, otherwise there would have been too much negative space, but there still kind of is, but it's fine. I really kind of just want to try out this stuff. Also, this eraser is really nice. I was kind of surprised. It's like, I used to have an eraser, I think, that felt like this one. I don't know what this is exactly, like what material it is, but it's like weirdly almost sandy feeling. But it works pretty well, even for Color Erase, which I did this in Color Erase because I want to do the colors first and then maybe add line art. And the Color Erase will kind of just sort of fade into the markers, as opposed to like if I did it over graphite, it would look kind of muddy and gross. So Color Erase. But yeah, this eraser is nice. I like it, even if it is. It's I don't know. I like kind of touching it. It's such a weird texture, but I like it. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so to start the actual drawing, I'm gonna put this somewhere else. So I guess really I'm just gonna have to start. Maybe, I don't know what colors I want to do. I think we'll start with red because I like red. I think I'm gonna start with this tea rose color and see how this goes. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna start coloring now. So enjoy, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna probably just time lapse it because I am bad at talking and drawing at the same time. So let's see how this goes. Okay, I think I'm finished with the rose. This orange, I might go back in with some colored pencils to try and fix up. I was having some troubles with it, but I think it's okay for now. I might go back in with line art because there's a couple petals in there that are a little bit odd, but I think, honestly, I'm rather impressed. These blend extremely well together. I did stick mostly with colors that like obviously are going to blend together pretty well, like the reds and stuff. I think the purple and the pink, I can't speak, blended pretty well together. I tried a couple of different things with the yellow. I like the yellow, actually. It is yellow, so it's kind of light, but I actually think I managed to get some good contrast in there. The orange was the only one I had some problems with, and that was mostly just me not really knowing how to do an orange petal. I think it's okay. I kind of want to try lighting this up a little bit more. I mean, it looks orange. It looks okay. I'm glad I didn't try doing orange on any of the bigger petals, because I think that would have been, I mean, maybe I should have, maybe doing orange over a bigger, because then I could have, like, implied the orange more. This was difficult because there's only one orange in this set, so I had to use, like, I used orange, or nectarine, tea rose, and, like, canary and sandstone, trying to get that. And I think it worked pretty well. It does look orange. I think part of the problem, again, it's really small and the petal shapes are kind of weird. Hopefully they're recognizably petals. But I think that's okay. Now on to the other parts, I suppose, which this is taking me a lot longer just because I'm sort of playing. I really love how this part in particular looks. But I think I'm getting the hang of it. I do think I'm going to lighten up this part because I realized, like, you can kind of see the sketch through the yellow here. And you can see it. I think I used the sandstone on one occasion. And I'm planning on really using these two colors for the hand. And I think, you know, they're kind of light, so they might not blend that out as well as I had hoped, which is fine. I just need to lighten it up and then I can keep going. And then I need to do the stem, which the stem will be a little bit more interesting because rose stems, not petals, rose stems, I mean, they're green obviously, but their thorns, if you've ever seen like a rose thorn, are like this pinkish red color. So it'll be interesting to see how the red and the green blend together. And then I'll crack open the colored pencils, I think, because I do want to add a couple of things with specifically the colored pencils. But first off, let's keep going. Start working on the hand. I'll put it in frame. See how this goes. I don't know if I'm going to put line art. I'm really loving the lineless look up here, so I might not actually do line art. I know I said, like, at the beginning, I think, that I was iffy about line art, which is a real shame because, like, testing out these pens was, like, really nice. They're very, very nice pens. They're very smooth. But maybe I'll use them for something else some other time. I'm just really enjoying the lineless thing. I think it looks good, and I don't really want to ruin it. Anyway, I'm gonna let this sketch. So I'm going to use these colored pencils to add a little bit of detail that I don't think I would have been able to get with the markers. Because there's just like one thing, oh right, it doesn't just fold over. There was, like, I wanted to add a little bit of blood, which maybe is a little gory, but whatever. Because the thorn's supposed to be piercing the flesh up here, but I just didn't think I was going to be able to get that level of detail with just the markers. So I want to go in with the colored pencils and try to add that. I also, like I said, want to smooth out some of these shades we have going on in the hand, just a little bit. I also kind of want to test it out first because sometimes I'm not hugely fond of the texture of colored pencil over marker. So real quick, I'm just gonna take this. I mean, it kind of worked here, so maybe if I could get one out, that would be great. Yeah, I mean, they look nice, but sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just mess it up, so I am a little worried, but your girl's gonna have to get over it. I'm gonna try doing what I said I was gonna do, which is just a little bit of extra detail up here around this thorn. This is gonna be kind of fun because I do intend on really seeing if I can build these markers up, or not markers, colored pencils up. The paper's really smooth and I don't know if the markers are gonna let me do it, but we shall see. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to do much more. Or I should say, I don't think adding any more is going to help. I do kind of like it. I think maybe if I put a background in, it will also help it pop. The white is a little bit much. I do really like the way these colored pencils seem to blend together. It is a little bit harder to tell because I'm doing it on top of markers, but they seem pretty good. And on top of markers, they're pretty good. So I like that. Now to fix the fingernails. Alright, so I finished. Yeah, so I added the background in. I used the ice gray color instead because I thought that maybe the blue would detract from the colors up here. I figured a neutral color in the background was fine. The background is a little streaky. I could maybe even it out just a little bit more by putting a little bit more marker on there, but I really don't want to like kill a marker the first time I've used it, so I think I'm just gonna call it at this. I'm pleased with the results. Honestly, I'm really impressed with these markers. I think I said it before, but I don't know. I wasn't actually aware that when I got this, the markers had the brush nib and the bullet nib. I thought that it would be kind of the stereotypical brush and chisel nib, which is fine. I don't mind the chisel nib so much, but I've always thought that a bullet nib would be much more useful, considering the brush is a little harder to get those fine details with, and I've really enjoyed using the bullet on this. I've used it a couple of times, especially for some of these smaller spots. I mean, I used to use the chisel on like my ohuhus, for instance. I would just like flip it over and use the very point of it, but this was much nicer than that. I do think I do think that I quite like the brush and bullet combo better than the brush and chisel. And then there's like the fact that these performed really well. All things considered. I am not great with markers. I do think I did an okay job. I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. There are definitely some things I don't quite know how to do, like really use the blender particularly well, but I think I did okay. But yeah, I'm really impressed. They blended really well. They were extremely easy to use. The colors are nice and vibrant. The only thing I had kind of a problem with was trying to get that orange color, but with the selection of colors we got, you know, I managed to do quite a bit. So I'm really happy. And these colored pencils were also really cool. I'm just really excited to continue using these. I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't get to try out the fine liners, but I really kind of like the lineless look of this. I'm really happy with the way the hand kind of came out, and I think adding lines to it would really just not complement the picture very well. So unfortunately, maybe next time. Otherwise, this is really cool, and I'm really excited to be able to use these more. And I'm gonna look at the spectrums because these are so much fun to use. And I really love. I cannot emphasize enough how much I love the bullet nib. Okay, but yeah, that's it. I'm really excited about these. I really hope you enjoyed whatever this is. I had quite a lot of fun making it. I hope you had fun watching it. Anyway, if you like, if not, don't. I'm not in charge of you. Yeah. Thanks for watching.